morning, Blue Valley FFA. This is your ag teacher, Anthony Meals, here for another Ag Daily. Joining you from my home shop, and recently I've been working really hard on getting our lawnmowers ready for the season. And this season, everything was going according to plan. Checked the lawnmower blade. Noticed that there was a really big warp in it. So I must have hit some type of huge rock sometime later in the season, because I do not remember this at the beginning of last season, or else would have replaced the blade. So, but seeing that got me a little concerned as I was going through the rest of my maintenance. Changed out air filters, went through, changed out the oil, and then as I got ready to go to start up my small gas engine, next thing I knew, it was sputtering out white smoke. It would jerk the pull cord out of my hands. Did that multiple times. It looked like it was flooding my air filter with oil. So all of those went through a couple different troubleshooting and suddenly realized that the problem was actually a flywheel key. So went through, took off the flywheel, and when we talk about a flywheel key, we're talking about something that generally is about that big, so not a huge piece there, but as you look at it, this is extremely important for the engine, particularly when it comes to timing for your engine to be able to make the full cycle. So this is what my flywheel key looked like whenever I took it out of the engine. So you can see that it actually was not only completely sheared, it was actually split in half completely. So that was my main problem. So one of the reasons why the flywheel key would have sheared would have actually been as a result of whatever I would have hit with my lawnmower blade as I was mowing last season. So after I'd hit that, so to protect the really expensive and important parts of that engine, that flywheel key shears so to prevent you from being able to turn on that mower. So again, that must have happened at the very last mow of the season. Whenever I was chopping up leaves, I must have hit something really big. Honestly, I just can't remember. So because it was from last fall. But you can tell just from a little bit of troubleshooting, being able to identify some problems, we were to quickly realize, hey, okay, it's not a spark plug issue, so we don't have any issue with our ignition. We know that fuel is coming from the gas tank into the carburetor. I could see that whenever I was priming. I was getting good compression rate. So all of those issues I could identify and say, okay, that's not the source of the problem. The last source that's something that you could indicate with white smoke would be if you had added too much oil into your system, and so I checked that as well, because recommendation, you're only supposed to put about 10 to 20 ounces, depending on the push mower you have. 10 to 20 ounces of oil is going to be more than ample in that reservoir, and I added about 12 ounces worth of oil, so I knew that, again, could not have been an issue. So that's what finally led me to that last troubleshooting step of taking out the flywheel, being able to identify that it is certainly the flywheel key. Unfortunately, with the Craftsman mower, a universal Briggs & Stratton flywheel key just doesn't cut it, so I have to order those, and that's not coming for another 3 weeks. So in the meantime, we're using my John Deere Rider, which is much more preferred anyways. This is just to get around those tight spots, but really excited to be able to share some of that troubleshooting with you. I know many of you have gotten your lawnmowers up and going and have even mowed a couple times based on a few people's SAE AT journals that you've posted. So thank you all so much. I'll catch you on another Ag Daily. Take care. Bye.